Hey, just Mark here. So, before I really get into this video, I just want to say that if you have the opportunity to call your mom today, do it. Because you never know when you're never going to get that chance again. Today is Mother's Day. And today I want to say, first of all, Happy Mother's Day to my mother, who unfortunately is no longer with us. She passed away about 7 years ago. And I want to talk about her a little bit. And I also want to say to all the mothers out there who may watch this video, you're a great mom, you're doing the best job you can, and your children love you. Keep doing you. I know sometimes being a mom can be very hard. My mom was a single mom. She did get some support from my dad, but my sister's dad were kind of deadbeats. So moms, I appreciate you. Lots of love to you. And just know that you are amazing and doing the best job you can do. So let's talk about my mom. Her name was Cheryl. She lived to the age of 59 and passed away in 2018, in January. I'm going to try not to get too emotional here. But my mom was my hero. I remember growing up and watching her sometimes work 2 and 3 jobs to make sure us kids had food on the table, clothes on our bodies, things that we enjoyed. I mean, we never had a ton of stuff. I remember when we got our first Nintendo. She saved forever. I remember her buying our first VCR, and back then VCRs were like $500, $600, $700. This is in the 80s. My mom worked very hard, but my mom gave us a good life, and I'm very proud. So I want to talk today about some of the things my mother taught me that have shaped me into the man I am today. The first and most important thing she taught me was to always be kind to other people. She was the kind of woman who would open her door, and actually did many times, to give people a place to stay if they got kicked out of their homes, if they had nowhere to live, or just needed a temporary place to go. We had varying roommates over the time. Some paid rent, some she didn't charge them. And she was just a wonderful human being, and I think she deserved more than she got in her life. My mom also taught me to always give. Don't be afraid to give someone $1 or to help a homeless person or to just be kind. She was one of the kindest people out there. She could be a little sassy and have a little attitude, but my mom was so kind to so many people. And I like to think I got that trait from her. On Father's Day, I'll do a thing with my dad because they were great parents. Another thing my mom taught me was to have drive and to keep doing things no matter what was going on in your life. My mom did not have it easy. Whether it was working multiple jobs or unfortunately having jerk boyfriends, people who treated her poorly. She smiled a lot. She smiled always. My dad always jokes, even though they were divorced when I was young, that, your mom was always smiling. She was always having a good time. And my mom, another kind of thing she taught me as growing up is never stop playing. My gosh, that woman would start water balloon fights in our community. She would get out and play with the kids, chase them around. She would play with us all the time. And those are important qualities. She could be exhausted and she would still find time to play with us and be with us and hang out with her kids. She was kind of amazing. My friends loved her. She'd have my friends over all the time, even as I became a late teenager. And, she would do various things and play various games. And she loved getting to know the people who were hanging out with her children. She was mom to many people. Many people called her mom. They came over and they visited. But man, my mom always played. She did her best to enjoy life. Now, the reason I kind of say that she deserved better in her life is that at the age of 37, she unfortunately had a stroke. Which which left her partially paralyzed on the left side of her body. I was 18 at the time. I just turned 18 6 months before. I had a sister who was 14 at the time living with us, and a 9-year-old sister. And thankfully, people stepped up for them and brought them into their home when my mom was in the hospital. She was in the hospital, I think, for 5 or 6 months. Through it all, I know she battled depression and anxiety, but she never stopped smiling. She never stopped giving herself to other people. As we got older, mom was still mom. I mean, here I am, an adult in my 20s, 30s, and 40s. And she'd still slip me $5 to go get myself something nice. Or a $20 bill here and there. My mom, no matter what she went through, had a smile on her face. And that's why she is my hero. Not a day goes by that I don't miss her. And she's been gone for 7 years now. Before my mom passed, obviously, my sisters and I took care of her for 22 years after her stroke and helped her in many ways. We kind of paid back some of the gifts she gave us. She was such a good support when I was a young kid. Stood up for me when I got bullied and defended me when I was accused of different things that I never did wrong. But before she passed, she unfortunately got an infection in her leg, which caused her to have her leg amputated. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, her body couldn't take it anymore. But even after this woman got her bloody leg cut off, she was still freaking having jokes and being silly and trying to enjoy life. She would smile and tell everyone she was okay, even though I could tell she was struggling. She was the strongest person I knew. And sometimes it sucks. Because when you go through hard times, you want your mama. Silly that sounds. I'm 47. And times I wish I could still call my mom. I talk to her once in a while, like look up and, hey mom, I miss you, I love you. One of my mom's favorite things in the world is Christmas. Oh my God, that woman. She would go over the top decorating our house and making sure us kids had some gifts under the tree. I remember every year when I was younger, she would make sure I had a red, white Titan hockey stick behind the tree. Wasn't a Gretzky fan, but I loved the Gretzky stick. And I had one every year. I know there are times when she had to seek help and assistance from different charities to help make sure we had a Christmas. Or the times that she had to go to the food banks. But my mom did everything she could to give us kids a good life. So I miss her. I love her. Mother's Day is always hard. But she was a good woman. So if you have a chance to call your mom today, don't hesitate. If you have a chance to tell your mom you love her, tell her. The last time I ever saw her, my final words to her, it was a Sunday. And I saw her when she got moved into a different care facility. And I remember saying to her, okay, Mom, I love you, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Little did I know that Tuesday, January 30th, 2018, I would see her, but she was gone. It's one of the hardest days of my life. So happy Mother's Day. I'm crying, but happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. You're doing a great job. No matter what you think, you are doing an amazing job. I know it's hard. And your kids may not show it now, but when they're adults, they will appreciate it so much. I wish you all the best. But I just want to tell you a little bit about my mama. She was amazing. Wonderful. Happy. Positive. A goof. Stubborn. Sweet. But she always gave out to the world, even though she went through so much. I miss her. But Mom, wherever you are, happy Mother's Day. I love you and I miss you. To all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. You are loved. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.